The bulls look to push as January comes to a close. Do the bears have other ideas? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that we were looking for a little bit of consolidation, even a small pullback, and then a push forward from the bulls back through that 6,100 area, and that's exactly what we saw as the market pulled back a little bit at the open before pushing into the close. Now the question is, can the bulls follow through? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, as always, before we jump into the charts, we are going to take a look at the results of our indicator, which continues to just crush the market. Another great day yesterday. If you want to jump into the charts and take a look, if you're new here, I'll explain it there. Okay, guys, so as I said, if you are new here, we did build our own custom indicator called Invest with Jacob Pivot Point Pro. It is based on price action and forward-looking action, which is why it is so powerful, instead of looking at moving averages and crossover alerts and things that are way too far behind and get you in way too late in the market. We have crushed on swing trading, as I've shown with Apple and Nvidia and Netflix and Amazon and others over the last few weeks. And every single day we go through our day trading results, and today is no different. We will do that, and you'll see it was another great day. On the left here, you have pre-market in yellow. On the right, you have post-market in blue. This is the 5-minute SPY chart, and that's what we use for day trading. However, you can use this on any chart. I do highly recommend you use it on liquid stocks, the Mag 7 indexes, things that are traded heavily so that you have good liquidity, you have good options pricing, and you're able to get in and out pretty easily. And it really makes trading simple. That's the whole thing. It helps you. It gives you buy and sell, tells you get in, get out, and it makes it super simple so that you don't have to look at 100 charts. You don't have to look at 100 time frames or moving averages or anything else. It's already got all of that built in, and it's forward-looking price action trading. So let's look at what we did on the chart yesterday. So they came in at the open. They tried to break out. They failed. We got a sell signal a few bars after that. So here, this was the pre-market high, this yellow, right? They spike above it. They fail. As soon as they close below it, we get the sell signal, and this is classic price action stuff. Pre-market high, they go up. They try to break out. It's a failed breakout. The indicator picks up on it right away and says we're headed down, and they head down pretty strongly into this 602 area. So you got in at around 605. You got all the way down to 602 before they gave you a little bit of a bounce and continued. And that was a 3-point trade on the SPY in just about 25, 30 minutes. Absolutely crushing trade on the day trade there. You did get a buy here that failed because they came into the pre-market low right here. This yellow is the pre-market low. They spiked it. They tried to break back out. The indicator thought we would break out. They failed the 21 back down. And then the indicator, after they spiked the ES pre-market low, which is down here, okay, another very good place to buy. It gave you a buy signal on the recovery, and that spiked up from about the 601.50 or so area up to 604.35. So another 2.5, 3-point move up with hardly any pullbacks here. This is absolutely crushing. And then you had one more sell stop out here. They were unable to break down, and then it was off to the races the rest of the day. So we only trade till 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We had 4 trades yesterday, 2 monsters, and then 2 quick stop outs. And that's the whole beauty of the indicator is you get in and it stops you out pretty quick. So you have a small loss. And when you're in and it doesn't stop you out, the gains are really big. And you get these $3 and $4 and even $5 runs like we saw the other day that are just absolutely awesome. It's helping traders make money, as you can see on the screen. People are making their money back right away. It is very powerful. I want you to have it. I want people to succeed in the market. That's why I do this. And so because of that, I give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you want to get this indicator, there's a link down in the description. Click that link. It'll take you right to our website. Once you're there, you'll get on our membership, our TradingView indicators page here. You can get it under membership plans, but if you click the link down in the description, it should take you right to this page. And it's $59 a month for the indicator. One of those trades that you saw on the chart there, one of those winning trades would pay for this 10 times over. It's $5.90 for the year. You do get 2 months free. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see at the bottom of both, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't love it, shoot me an email. I'll give you your money back, and we will part ways. I understand. I get very few people that want their money back. It is a incredible tool used to make day trading and swing trading simple and easy. You can see what people are saying down here. You can check that out on the page as well. So I want you to have this, guys. Really awesome, helping traders everywhere make money in the market. A lot of them for the first time ever. All right, now let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And as I've been talking about this week, off of this low, we did have a decent 5-wave move up for a wave 1 and then a wave 2. And then a wave 1 into the 618. I said we should likely see some kind of pullback here and then back up at some chop and then a breakout. So far, that's what we're seeing. We got our 1-2-1-2 setup. They were able to hold the low, and now they're trying to break out. Back through the pivot, which is 61.21. They are above this heavy resistance as this video is being recorded at 61.13. The biggest thing will be the gap close. If they get to the gap close here, which is at about 61.31, if they get to the gap close and then they fall off a cliff and come back and break down below this low, that liquidation low, there was at the close today, they had a little liquidation low at around 60.70 or 60.69 or so. This low will be pretty important. If they're able to push up, close the gap, and then come back and break that low, that would be a very ugly sign for this move up and potentially turn into a meltdown to the downside. So that is something to keep an eye on. The structure is not what I would call the greatest structure of all time, but it does fit what we're trying to do here. Certainly not anything that is like, gosh, this can't happen. It's more of, it's not ideal. So that's really what we're looking at now is they're trying to break through the pivot at 61.21. If they do, we would look for them to try to push to 61.51, the natural target being actually 61.81. I do think they'll have some trouble here. So I think you could see either at the gap close or 61.51, which is basically the previous all-time highs. Not quite, but close enough. You would see a little bit of chop and then up to 61.81, which is about 4 or 5 points off the all-time highs. And then we would look for a little pullback here back to 61.21. And probably not quite all the way down. This gap or this spike down right before the gap down is really good support. So you would look for that to hold and then continuation on to the upside. Again, if they fail down below that liquidation bar at the close at about 60.67, that would be worrisome for the bulls. And we would have to see what kind of pattern plays out in that instance before we try to jump to any big conclusions on what's going to happen. But the primary path is still bullish. The next big hurdle for the bulls is getting through the gap close here at 61.31. And as long as they can push through 61.51, they continue their bullish pattern. And we would ultimately be looking for about 6,300 overall. Over on the NASDAQ. On the NASDAQ, we do have a potential for a 1-2-1-2 setup here. The only thing I don't love about this potential is that the wave 1 of 3 is basically at and a little bit over the 764. However, we are looking for the NASDAQ to outperform. So outperforming on wave 1 of 3, getting up to the 764 instead of the 618 makes sense. Again, not an ideal pattern when they get this high on wave 1 of 3, but then you would have 2 of 3 and then a nested 1-2 as we come out here. And we'd be looking for 21,900 to 21,950 next, basically up around this A wave high here. Look for them to fail off of that back toward 21.6 and then a breakout with 23,000 as the overall target. NASDAQ is bullish just like ES. And again, that liquidation bar near the close where the market spiked down about 20 minutes before the close and they bought it back. That's kind of where we're looking at for our support level at around 21,525. If they break down below that, that does make a big warning sign for the bulls that we could see a bigger meltdown where this is simply going to be off of this low, off of this high up here, a 1 of C, 2 of C potential. Then you'd look for a breakdown like this. Again, I think the gap close is likely now, given that they are where they are on the chart. Just like on ES, they have pushed up over the resistance zone here. They bounced back off of it here. They're just a little bit below it, but I would expect them to try to close the gap up here at around 21.9, which is also our natural resistance area. So I would expect a little bit of consolidation, pullback, and go. And then should they break down again below that liquidation bar from today, that would be a bearish sign and a warning to the bulls. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Click that link and it will take you right over to our webpage. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans that both come with a 7-day free trial, and that's because I want you to get in there, make sure you love it, check it out, and become part of the trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time, and you literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. We also have our educational material. We have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course, as well as our Advanced Elliott Wave course. These courses are helping our traders understand the market in a way that makes sense. It's really difficult to navigate some of these very complex patterns, and these courses are helping our traders. In the advanced class, we are going through specifically what we're looking at right now, which is advanced fib levels and diagonals. We also have double and triple threes, flats, triangles, and this module right here, Trading Elliott Wave, very, very powerful. It shows you how to understand the setups, understand when to get in the market, and have great risk reward. And does every setup win? Of course it does not. But you have much better odds when you get in on solid setups than you do just at random times. Now, as you can see on our screen, the traders are loving it. But I get that this is advanced, and it could be too advanced for you. So we also have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course, and this course is helping real traders make money in a market in a way that makes sense. It can be so confusing when good news makes the market go down and bad news makes the market go up. And that's because Elliott knew that the news cycles didn't matter long ago. He knew that key levels did, and understanding how to find those key levels, and then more importantly, understanding what happens when those key levels hold and what happens when they break is really what makes it powerful. Now, this course is 25 videos where we go through your introduction into Elliott Wave Theory, you know, the expectations, the mindset, and emotion, the KISS method, and why it works. Your chart setup and tools, every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave, how we use it, and why we use it. And then your Elliott Wave for Beginners area where we go through all of the waves, the the corrective depth theory, the theory of alternation, the pivot, everything you need to know to make sense of an irrational market. Now, the cool thing about these plans is if you want to get them both at once, you can get them at a discount. For $37 off, you can get our bundle packet and get both courses. But if you just want to get them for free, check out our monthly rooms, as all of our educational material and those courses are included in this price. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go through every chart you want to see, including the Mag 7, gold, Bitcoin, whatever it is, we go through it. If you've got a request, we do it. We find the key levels, and we give you information for your own sake. We also give you the Elliott Wave for Beginners and Advanced course, and we trade the SPY and QQQ, and we swing and day trade, so we do trade quite often in my room. Now, if you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, and advanced trading, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as futures trading, individual stocks, his income trading method, guys, that's killing the market, and his reduced risk binary method that gets you in at a really cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures that trade that's so unique. It's something you really kind of have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, our key takeaways for today. We do expect the bulls to keep on bulling. Their next stop would be the 6131 area. That is the gap fill here. If they get there and they can kind of consolidate sideways, we would expect them to push to 6151 to 81. And assuming they push up there, holding 6102 would be very important to keep the bull path alive. Any breakdown before then, below that liquidation bar at about 60.65 or so, is a warning to the bulls. Over on the NASDAQ, we have the same type of situation. They are approaching the 1.0 and the gap fill. 21,900 to 950 is our next target higher. We would look for them to pull back or consolidate up there, back toward the 764, then break out to 22.2, and then overall 23,000. Any breakdown of the liquidation bar late in the day, down toward the 21,500 level would be a warning sign to the bulls, and could see a bigger breakdown after that. Guys, it's the weekend. Grab yourself a drink, get out of the house, do something fun with your family, enjoy yourselves, and I will talk to you next week.